All right, welcome back, everyone. I think it's time that we clarify something regarding the mind's eye. And I think there seems to be a lot of confusion with a lot of people out there as to what the mind's eye is and what people wanted it to be. Now, there's two different things considered here. What you want something to be, wishful thinking, versus the facts. So, what I want to do is I want to separate wishful thinking, what you wanted it to be, versus the facts. So that way you know what you're getting into when you pay $59.99. Because I hate to see you guys pay $59.99 and come June 10th, you're like, oh man, this is really not what I was hoping for. This is really not what I was looking for. Well, maybe you need to do better research and stick to the facts. Don't stick to hearsay. Hearsay. There's a lot of hearsay out there. And if you're not careful, you get sucked right into it. Okay? I'm not here to do hearsay. I'm not here to get you sucked in. All right? I know there's other YouTubers who like to do that to get you sucked in for this. I don't do that. I'm just trying to give you the facts. So, Mindseye. What is the Mindseye? Mindseye, it's a third-person action game. All right? It does have some limited open world elements, but for the love of God, don't compare every limited open world game to Grand Theft Auto. Cyberpunk, yeah, it had a limited open world, but guess what? It was not even close to what Grand Theft Auto has to offer. So let's please not compare Grand Theft Auto to every open limited world game. Even Saints Row, I would not compare to Grand Theft Auto because it's not the same thing. So I think people have to stop comparing this to Grand Theft Auto. You're not doing yourself a favor. Yes, I understand that the CEO of the company, what's the name of the company? I know the publisher is the IO Interactive. But anyway, the CEO of this developer company used to work for Rockstar, and he did work on Grand Theft Auto 5 and Grand Theft Auto 4, right? So he worked previously on Grand Theft Auto games. But just because he's a former employee and he used to work for Grand Theft Auto doesn't mean all of a sudden that he somehow got this genie in the box. He's going to bring that same experience here. Rockstar, it's a huge development with a lot of money. It's super expensive. It's like James Cameron Avatar of video games. There's a lot of people involved. You know, that would be like saying, oh, Tom Cruise is going to make his own Mission Impossible. Tom Cruise cannot make his own Mission Impossible without Paramount Pictures and Skydance support. Why? Because that's where the money is. That's where you get all the resources. So same thing with the Rockstar. They have all the resources. They have all the money. So they can create such a greatness. Now, this is a small studio, yes. Okay, and the guy is the former employee of the Rockstar, but that doesn't mean that he's out to make a Grand Theft Auto game. So people, please stop comparing this to Grand Theft Auto. You're not doing yourself a favor. You're not doing yourself a favor. What you're doing is you're setting yourself up for huge disappointment come June 10th. So don't do that. And if you do that, you only get yourself to blame. All right? Don't say the game sucks. No, you should have done better research and use common sense and look at the facts. So let's get back to the facts versus your wishful thinking, which is the false advertisement. Let's stick to the facts. All right? I always like to stick to the facts, not some fantasy, world. All right, so let's look at this. What does it say over here? Right here, right above me. It says offline play only. All right. I'll move myself a little bit over here so you guys can see it. Is that better? It says offline play only. So there's no online play. That's a fact. So if you are going into this game, you're hoping and thinking that you'll be able to play with your friends, or there's going to be some sort of a co-op, or there's going to be some sort of an online multiplayer. Nope, there is no such thing right now. If there's going to be in the future, maybe. We don't know. We'll see, depending on how well the game sells. If the game sells well, maybe they will implement it, some multiplayer features in the future. Who knows? But for right now, there is no multiplayer. So just remember, you're paying $59.99 for a single player experience. Okay. So what kind of game is this? It's a action third person shooter. It has an interesting story. Okay, you play as this guy Diaz, who works for this company. All right, Silva, which is the futuristic tech company that's connected to AI, and then he finds out like just how corrupt this company is and what they're doing, right? But we don't want to spoil too much of the story. Kind of like iRobot, but not really iRobot, but kind of like iRobot. So, it's a single-player, third-person action game. All right. Is it an open world? Kind of. Kind of like Mafia 2 and Mafia 3. Okay, think of Mafia 2. And funny thing is, the same guy who plays Diaz played Franklin in Mafia 3. And what was Mafia 3? A single-player, third-person action shooter experience. It has some limited open world, but it's not Grand Theft Auto. You catch my drift? Just because it says, no, it's not an open world. Open world sandbox has to be like Skyrim, Elder Scrolls, has to be like Grand Theft Auto, right? That's not the case here. So let's just stick to the facts. And I think the more you understand these facts, the more smarter, logical decision you can make whether or not you want to purchase this. Or maybe you can get it cheaper, get it somewhere for cheaper. Maybe you can rent this. I think this would be the best rental, I think. At best, rent this just to check it out. Because if you're going in paying $60 and you're expecting like some sort of a multiplayer experience with a co-op, you're expecting an open world where you can walk around, do what you want to do, there's going to be some aspects of an open world, but it's not going to be you jumping in from one car to another car, taking other people's cars like in Grand Theft Auto and jumping into their cars and driving their cars and pulling anybody out of their cars and driving their cars. It's not going to be like you picking a fight with a pedestrian. So there's a lot of limitations that you will have in this game. It's not going to be, just do what you want to do. It's again, if your mindset is Grand Theft Auto mindset, you are really setting yourself for huge disappointment, and then you're gonna come back crying to me on June 10th. Damn it, Mr. 4K, you were right. Yeah, well, maybe you should do a better research. So let's stick to the facts. All right. So it's $59.99. I mean, what do I think about the price? I think it's a fair price for a game in today's market. You know, it is what it is. I think it's a fair price, but it doesn't mean necessarily that I would want to pay $59.99. I still don't believe I should pay $29.99 for the remaster of The Thing, a PlayStation 2 game. A PlayStation 2 game should be at best $10. Why are we paying $30 for something that's an old game and it's a mediocre remaster at best? So I it doesn't mean that the game it's bad. I played The Thing, but why should I pay $29 for The Thing when I can probably find it cheaper on original PlayStation 2 version and just play the original PlayStation 2 version or play the original PC version for cheaper? So I look at it that way. So it doesn't necessarily mean that I want to pay $59.99 for this. So what do you get with this? Well, you get exotic Silva sedan. Silva is the company that he works for. Okay. I think he was also a soldier, but that's in the game. You'll find out when you play the game that he was a soldier. And then after the war, he found a job, and this is the job. He was recruited to do this job with this company called Silva, and he learns a lot about this company, right? Um, it's kind of like a cyberpunk, but not really cyberpunk. But there's a little bit of cyberpunk elements in it. Um, to a certain degree. You get the silver vest. You get exotic DC2, which is your drone skin. This is your companion called DC2. And then you get future silver sedan. You get future DC2 drone skin, which is the blue. And you get the future Jacob West skin. And you get also a deluxe throne Kepler yellow jacket weapon. This is something that's included for free. So this is actually cool. You get this included when you pre-order the game. So let's ask ourselves a question. Why do you get this for free? Because they want you to pre-order. And why are the developers in such a hurry to have you pre-order this game? Because they want to make money. Now, if they want to make money so badly, but yet they don't want to release a demo, well, right there should be a red flag. Logically, that should be, a red flag. Let's wave the red flag. That should be a red flag. You should say, well, hold on a second. This sounds like some sort of I used to work at the sales. I was a certified sales commission agent, okay? So I know how this works. So it sounds like they're in such a hurry to sell you something, but they don't want to tell you how bad it is. Or they don't want to tell you what's missing in the game. So they want you to pre-order the game, and they put this stuff for free. Hey, we'll include this for free. Just pre-order the game, please. Make us money. Okay, and that's what they want you to do. So yes, you're getting this stuff for free, but it doesn't necessarily mean that the game's going to be great. If they're so confident that this game's going to be great, well, guess what? They would have the demo released. There would be a demo, and demo tells you everything. If developer doesn't want to release a demo, it means that they don't have something great in their hands, or they're not sure. They're on the fence. They're skeptical. They're not 100% sure. So that means you should be cautious as well. These are all of the things you need to look at when it comes to new IP, when it comes to new games. Do your research. I mean, you have internet, you have access to internet. Do your research. Don't just listen to other people. Do your own research. Do some fact findings. I do a lot of fact findings. And when you do a fact finding, then you find out, well, wait a minute. There's no multiplayer. It's a offline only single player experience. And when I finish the game, there's some challenge modes like horde mode missions. You know, you can face a variety of enemies with sadistic tactics and behaviors, kind of like in the Days Gone. You know, there's like a horde mode mission where you fight probably a bunch of robots or a bunch of enemies. You got some challenges here and there. You got some limited open world stuff that you can walk around, but is that going to be enough to replay this game, to go back to this game? Like Detroit Become Human, when I finished it, I played it maybe 2-3 times, but after that, once I tried every other scenario in the game, same thing with the Heavy Rain. Once I tried every other scenario in the game, there's nothing for me to do because it's not interesting anymore because I already know what's going to happen, right? It's not exciting anymore. So, do you want to spend $60 on this? That's up to you to decide. Now, if you pay only like $27, like that's what I'm thinking about doing, paying $27 for this, using a $33, gift card that I have that's left on my PlayStation Network. Maybe for me, $27, it might be worth it because I will live stream it. I will do a bunch of videos on it. I'll probably get monetization on it, and I'll make some kickback money from it. So that $27 will pay itself back. But do I see this game as a long-term value? No. I would rather purchase the Crew Motorfest, because the Crew Motorfest has a long-term value. That means I can always play the Crew Motorfest, right? Just like Forza Horizon, just like Test Drive Unlimited. There's a long-term value there. So if you're looking at like what is the long-term value of this game, I'll be honest, this is like a short-lived experience. And this will probably go down on sale. You'll be able, it'll most likely end up on the PlayStation Plus in the future. If you can wait, this will most likely end up on the PlayStation Plus, and you'll be able to play it on the PlayStation Plus in the future. So anyway, that's all I wanted to do in this video. I just wanted to like give you guys facts versus a wishful thinking. A wishful thinking, it's like, oh, this is going to be like Grand Theft Auto. Ooh, no, stop it. Stop. Just stop, for the love of God. If you want the Grand Theft Auto, skip this, don't buy this. Go and buy the Grand Theft Auto Definitive Edition. You know what? It's available right now. Why don't you go and buy Grand Theft Auto Definitive Edition? It's available. Where is it? I think it's right here. I think I saw it. Just go buy a Grand Theft Auto Definitive Edition. Here we go. Where was it? Where was it? Where's Grand Theft Auto? I know it's down here somewhere. I don't know. I can't find it. Anyway, it's like $22.99 or something. Jesus. I guess I have to search for it. Anyway, here, I'll find it. Jesus Christ. Just, where's GTA? GTA. Come on, just search that. Done. Here, I'll show you. Like, just do yourself a favor and get yourself Grand Theft Auto Definitive Edition. Okay? It's $23.99, $24, alright? So instead of paying $60 for the Mindseye, here, you can have 3 amazing Grand Theft Auto games. Grand Theft Auto Definitive Edition. You can always play this for $24. You have a huge value here. So this is value. This is when you pay $24 for this. $24, $23.99, which comes to $24. When you pay $24 for this, you get a value. There's a value. Just like there's going to be a value in a Grand Theft Auto 6 when it comes out. So think about that. Just like there's a value here with Grand Theft Auto 5. So think about the value versus what you're going to be getting here. So the Mindseye, like I said, here, let me just type it in again. Mindseye, where is it? Right here, Mindseye. I don't want to spend too much time on this video. So Mindseye, $59.99. You know, yes, it's a PlayStation 5 Pro Enhanced, but this is a single player experience. And what if the game, it's like 7 hours? Like if you speed through it, you can finish it like within 7 hours. What if the game experience is like 7 hours? Let's say maximum, if you take your time, like 8 hours. 7 to 8 hours experience, you can finish that within a day. So you just spend $60 for something that's already finished. You finished it within a day, and you probably will not go back to it to play it again. So you got to ask yourself a question. Is it worth it? So this goes back to fact-finding versus your wishful thinking. Very two distinguished things. You guys need to always remind yourself. Do some fact-finding. Is this really worth it? My money and my time. Now, if you can find it dirt cheap, so for me, it might work out because I'll only pay $27 and I'll benefit from it because I will live stream it. I will make a bunch of videos on it, so I will get the what you call it, monetization, money kickback money revenue from it, so the 27 will be justified. $27 will be justified, and I'll get the kickback money. So $27 will pay itself back. So for me, it might be worth it. But for you, you just wasted $60, and you could have used that money for Grand Theft Auto, the definitive edition, for $24. You could have bought Call of Duty Black Ops 6 for $38. So you need to ask yourself these questions. You can always wait for this. When it goes on sale, you can always wait for this. When it becomes available on the PlayStation Plus or Xbox Game Pass, you can always wait for this. But right now, I just need you guys to understand a couple of things before I end this video. Facts versus wishful thinking. Wishful thinking, it's a fantasy. Oh, I wish I was this. Oh, I wish I was that. Oh, let me daydream. Wishful thinking is not going to get you anywhere. It's not going to help you, okay? It's a false fantasy. False fantasy. Don't get sucked into that. Stick to fact finding. Stick to the fact finding and facts only. That's what you need to stick to. And that's what I'm doing here on this video. And I'm trying to help you, basically. I don't care what you do with your money. It's your money. If you want to waste it, waste it. But I just want you to have a different perspective and observation of this game before you buy it. Yes, you do get some, free goodies. That's because they want you to pre-order the game. They want you to give them $60. Is this really important? You get some different skins on the cars and your Kevlar vest, bulletproof vest, Kevlar. Is that really that important to you? That you have different skins? I could care less. If it's a blue, if it's gold, gray, yellow, whatever. I don't care about the color. I just care about the game, how the game is. So think about this before you pre-order this game. Think about like what I said on this video. Like I said, I don't care what you do. It's your money. I'm not here to tell you what to do with your money. But I just want you to have a more reasonable, logical perspective of Mindseye. Okay? Remember, two things. Wishful thinking, you hoping it's Grand Theft Auto, versus fact finding and facts. Okay? This is not Grand Theft Auto. And don't do that to yourself, please. I just want to end the video by saying this. Accept this game for what it is. Accept it for what it is. Don't hope for it to be something else, and you know it's not going to be something else. And you certainly know it's not going to be Grand Theft Auto. Jesus Christ. All right. Well, there you have it. I hope this video helps you. All right. So remember, wishful thinking, you hoping it's Grand Theft Auto, versus fact finding and sticking to the facts. It's a single player, third person action game, probably roughly 7 hours, maybe 8 hours, depending how fast you play. There's some challenges, limited open world. I don't know how much can you do. Probably not much. It's limited because the company, it's a very small company. They don't have the rights to do other things like Grand Theft Auto has, to explore other things, right? They're not a huge company. They're a small company. So is it enough for you to purchase $60? I personally would say, before I go, this is a rental at best. Like, if you have a GameFly, put this on your rental and rent this game. Yeah, rent it. That would be probably the best choice. Or if you can find it dirt cheap for like, I don't know, like $24 somewhere out there, someone selling it dirt cheap for $24, which I don't think that will happen. But let's say you got lucky and somebody's selling this game like super dirt cheap for $24. Okay, it's only $24, man. It's not the end of the world. So Anyway, there you go. I mean, I'm trying my best here to help you guys out. It's 25 minutes. I think I said enough about Mindseye, and I think I already know what this game is about. Honestly, there's no question, there's no doubt in my mind. I know exactly what this is. So you can come back next Tuesday, not this coming Tuesday, but next Tuesday on June 10th, and you can come back and you can tell me, shit, man, you were right. You were right, man. Shit, I should have listened to you. Yeah, well, don't just listen to me. Do your own research. Do some fact finding. I'm here just to give you an advice. Whether or not you do fact findings, that's up to you. You know. All right, well there you have it, guys. I hope this video really helps. I'm trying to help you to decide whether or not you should purchase this. All right, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.